Hello everyone, this is Omega45 and today I have something kind of special for you. So I've never done a server tour or server play or anything like that before, but I have been playing on a server that some friends and I put together in at college, and I don't really play on it one anymore because I kind of broke it. My builds are a little bit too big, and when I was playing on it, it was crashing every about an hour or so. So I don't really play on it anymore. But I'm gonna get in here for a little bit. I'm the only one on, so I'll see what I can show you before the server goes down. Oh, I accidentally hit the fraps button. Sorry about that. But all right, so I guess actually. I don't have the warp anymore. Well, let's go check out where everyone started first. This way, yeah. It's been a while since I've been on this server, so I might be a little bit slow on remembering where things are. So the spawn in for this world is about 300 blocks that way, and this is where I started. So my friends had the great idea to light off some bombs from rotary craft in here, but this was the house. I really like this house. Oh, and for anyone who's wondering, I'm using the Faithful texture pack for the test pack. Please ignore this is TPPI. It's slightly modified because all my friends had never played modded Minecraft before. So, oh god, the server's lagging. None of my friends have played modded Minecraft before, so I toned everything down, especially in GregTech, to kind of make it so they weren't completely dead in the water. Excuse me. So that's what this pack is. But this was the old house. This is the smeltery room. Smeltery went about, it was big. The smeltery went about this high. And this is what everyone, there was about 10 people living in this house for a good couple days before everyone started. We had enough resources to kind of go our separate ways, and I had shown everybody kind of the basics about what to do, because I was the only one that had played modded Minecraft to this extent. Down here was a lava production facility with rotary craft. I used a cobblegen from Extra Utilities, just lava, cobblestone, or water cobblestone lava with a node on top, and it automatically mines lava. That one, I'll show you the setup when I get back to my main base. So, and then up here, there was a blast furnace up here somewhere. It's all gone. People really kind of, I don't know. This house used to be much prettier than it is now. So, yeah, that was kind of where we started. This was a monster spawner. I don't know what happened down there. And then, yeah. So, if we go back over, oh, that's right, everyone got, okay, so everyone was using the warp to my house because I had all the machines to do everything, and my base was so unbelievably laggy that I'm one of the server admins, obviously, and me and the other server admin decided to delete all the warps to my house, and if we saw people over here, they would get kicked from the server for like 12 hours or something like that, because this is just detrimental on the server, and I can already feel it lagging out. Oh, it's actually not doing too badly. It's 19.92. Alright, where to start? Okay, I guess I'll start over here. This was the very first platform I built, and it was pretty simple. It was just chests. I start off with logistics pipes, and auto crafting benches, which are awful now from Buildcraft. And if you guys want a tutorial on how to do logistics pipes, I can try and do that. I haven't done logistics pipes in so long that I'm not sure if I really remember how to do everything, but I'll give it a try if you guys want that. But this is kind of where I started. Here is input from quarries and things like that. That's where those go, and that's just hooked up to my AE system now. There's netherrack. I guess I'll show you my AE system and what's in it. So there's quite a bit. 86 million cobblestone. It's alright. No, not too much. It's not crazy. It's not like some old worlds I had, which I got into the millions of ingots on. But I do have, I think these should all be, no, there we go, yeah. These are all 256k storage cells, and the rest of them are completely empty 64k storage cells. Why are these down here? Let's go up there. I have a ton of auto crafting available to me. I haven't had to really craft anything in about a month, which is how I like to do things. I like auto crafting. I really, really do. And then just a ton of deep storage units, and that's where the bulk of my items are held. They're just a lot easier to kind of work with, because I know that all the materials are going into those and not taking up space in the cells. I was having trouble with these getting completely full, and like that one's almost full, and when it gets full it doesn't auto craft for some reason. I don't know why, it just doesn't. So yeah, that's annoying. Over here is my crazy insane assembly table setup. So if I do this, let's go, it's like some diamond chipsets. So I have a ton, but oh well, whatever. We can make some more. Let's turn off NEI. Oh, there is no power. Why is there no power? Huh. Okay, that's weird. I guess I'll give it a second. This was working. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. So it's getting 200,000 redstone flux a tick. It's quite a bit. It's more than I'll ever use, and I love this thing. It just looks cool, especially from the side. It just looks awesome. So then this kind of area is my machines. They're kind of all just strewn about for how this base is very organically grown, and I love it, and it's very, I like how it's compact and everything's everywhere. It's probably ugly to a bunch of people, but I really like all the pipes and stuff going overhead and things like that. But yeah, just all my machines are over here. Greg Tech stuff, power generation a little bit. Over here, I was beginning to get into rotary craft fuel production. I was going to do jet fuel over here, but I didn't get to it. These guys are compressing plant balls, which then I'm sorry guys, this base tour is just kind of all over the place, so forgive me for that. But these are compressing plant balls into compressed plant balls, and then the compressed plant balls, I'm going to here. I think they go into here. Yeah, they go into here and get turned into biofuel. Yeah, it wasn't in there, but it gets turned into biofuel. Then the biofuel gets pumped out and gets taken to these stills, and the stills turn it into ethanol, and the ethanol gets piped all the way lagging out, gets pumped all the way back into this this steel tank. So, oh yeah, these are all max size steel tanks, by the way. So it gets pumped back in there, and then from there it goes back over here. That's what these pipes are for. And it goes into these boilers. So these are all max size high pressure boilers, and they produce a ton of steam. So as you can see, they produce a ton. And this is actually getting pulled out and getting thrown into 12 steam turbines at the same time. So that's kind of gives you an idea of what this is producing. And plus, if I wanted to, I could turn on the other 6 if I really needed to. So I guess if we're continuing with steam production, so it gets pumped into these 2 tanks right here, and then from there it gets pumped out and follows this tube. It's pumped into these tanks, and then that goes out and fuels these steam turbines, which then, along with these solar panels, go into making UU matter. Yeah, so those are making iridium, because you need lots of iridium. Scrap is being produced over here, and there's 2 million sitting in there. There's 500,000 sitting in there, and then I'm still producing cobblestone. Where is that coming from? Oh, alright, so this is hooked up to an infinite cobblegen, and that just gets pumped into there. And that infinite cobblegen is all the way over here. This is probably why the base is so laggy. I have these giant extra utilities runs, and that's coming from there. So that is UU matter. Over here I am, what's getting planted here? Glowstone. So I'm doing glowstone over here apparently right now. So I have a ton of glowstone essence ready to be turned into glowstone dust. And then I think I have wither skeleton skulls in there somewhere. Or at least I did. Someone might have taken them. Well, whatever. I have 4,000 of the essence, so that's a ton anyway. I don't need that much. So yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, I had these hooked up to fans. Before all this stuff was over there, they were just blowing. And the cool thing about the fans from rotary craft is they'll break the plant and then replant the seed where whatever was there. So that's pretty awesome. I really like rotary craft. Okay, so over here, this behemoth right here is it's 4 maxed out industrial grinders sitting on top of each other. So if you kind of like if you were to cut off the top, you would have these 3 layers right here, right? And so the grinders are on the reinforced casing band, I guess you could call it. But if you put another one underneath it, it counts the standard machine casing as its own. So both of these are using this band of standard machine casings, and then same with these 2, and so on and so on. So you can get really compact builds and save on casings. I've actually seen people do it with fusion reactors, is they'll stack fusion reactors on top of each other and save on the highly advanced machine casings, which are just crazy expensive. So yeah, these are refining up all my ores right now, and those we're getting sent over to the thermal centrifuges, which generate power right now, to get refined, and then those would go over here to get smelted. Ta-da! That was my, that is my refining system. It's not very pretty, but it works. I would like to scale up, but again, I don't really play much on the server anymore because I killed it. So maybe another day. I don't know. I might just do a off-camera single-player world and just give you guys updates every once in a while, because this is my absolutely favorite pack that's ever been made. Ultimate was pretty good. I don't know. This and Ultimate are tied for my favorite packs ever, but Ultimate's kind of getting dated, so I guess I'll stick with this one. Solar panels over here. This is just for power production. I had more. I don't know where they went. Someone must have taken them. So there's 3 there. I should have 2 more. I don't know where they are. I don't remember moving them. They might be at my next base. I have another base after this. But oh, whatever. But over here, I'm running the same concept as I was with the grinders. The blast furnaces are sharing casings. So, yeah. And this is what? 16? Yeah, it's 16 blast furnaces. This is 16 grinders. I was gonna have 32 industrial blast furnaces running, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Over here, this is my smeltery. This is that giant smeltery I was telling you guys about. It's actually cut down a little bit from what it used to be, because I donated part of it to some friends. So people have been screwing with it though, so that's nice. Okay. There's a bunch of stuff in there. Well, whatever. This is what I used for actually a very, very long time to refine down my ores. When it was bigger than this, I just put all my ores in this chest. Well, of one type. I would put one type of ore in this chest, and I would put it in like 30 or 40 stacks. And it would get smelted up, and then I had, that's apparently in here now, this timer. This timer was up here, and it just ticked these, it gave a redstone signal to these faucets, and it would, okay, those are missing too. There's a lot of stuff missing. There are basins underneath that, and that would just make blocks of whatever material I was smelting. Then, over here, I'll show you that. Okay, so this is the lava generation system that was, it's also missing. Okay. This guy kind of goes to show you how long it's been since I've been on here. But I was using AC electric engines hooked up to a rock melter, and that was creating lava, and then I pumped the lava into these magmatic dynamos, and that got pumped into energy cells and then distributed throughout the base. I recently upgraded to a giant capacitor bank. Holds 1.4 billion redstone flux, and that is getting supplied by my big reactor, which it's not terribly large, but it suits my needs for now. As I say, for now, it's kind of, it doesn't give me enough power at all times, but again, works for now. And then up here I have a little charging station for energy cells, which people have been moving. I gotta talk to people and tell them to stop using my stuff. So that should be starting to show. There we go. And there we go. Okay. But yeah, these capacitor banks are awesome. I really, really like them. So, oh yeah, these are solar panels from Mechanism. These are pretty awesome. So that's also just feeding into my capacitor bank. 2 beacons, doing speed and regeneration, I believe. Yeah. I think that's it for this base, though. It's not a ton here. This was from a Quarry Plus. So if this will load, oh, it's getting slower. Okay. Well, I won't load that. But that was from a 256 by 256 Quarry Plus. And over here, this was, I made a smaller version, but this one is from my 64 by 64 redonkulous mining machine. So the cutting head, it went that way, it just pushed that way, and the cutting head was 64 blocks by 64 blocks, so it would destroy 4,000 blocks every time it moved, and it moved about every 2.5 seconds. I would only run it at night because the server became unplayable when it was running, but when it was running, it pulled in resources so unbelievably fast. It was great. I think I showed it in my Unleashed World Tour, the third one, I think. It might be on my old channel. I don't know if it's on this channel, but yeah, that's what that's from. I'll probably make a quick tutorial tomorrow or some other time on how to make those. It's super easy and it's really fun. But yeah, so this is this base. I'm just trying to think if I forgot anything. I don't think I did. Batteries for a... No, that looks like everything. Alright. So this was the base I was working on. Aha, the warp still exists. Okay. This was the base I was working on. And yeah, I'm just waiting for it to all load. It's very incomplete right now, but I was starting to kind of use it more and more. So I guess this is the main room. You guys will probably recognize this from my my last Let's Play. This is kind of based on that. I really love that feel, but I didn't have any quarried stone, so I used slabs for the floors. But these blocks, especially this texture pack, looks so good. This is this black granite, and this is the red granite from Greg Tech, and it is just so pretty. I really like it. So here is my assembler chamber. It's poking out of the bottom of the base, so it's pretty large. I think I have 1,000, maybe 1,200 crafting CPUs in there, something like that. So it's pretty awesome. And then just plenty of storage in here. Deep storage units would go there. These have 256Ks in them, I believe. If it will, I can see they're in there, I think, unless that's just like a default. I think it's just a default thing. So yeah, and there's big batteries underneath. Actually, these aren't terribly large, but that's kind of just backup. Over here, if these weren't out of fuel, would be my farms. So I got very heavily invested into magical crops in this world, and this is kind of the fruits of that labor. So this pad is doing nether seeds and blaze seeds along with normal wheat. This guy is doing dye crops around the outside. Not on the inside. I keep getting pushed away. Glowstone. Oh no, that was magma. Oh, that's glowstone. Glowstone, and then magma cubes in the center. And that little X, that green X. Over here, this is ender pearls and just more wheat. In the middle down here, I have canola for rotary craft for lubricant, and then over here, what are these? Creeper. So I was starting to get into gunpowder over here. and then just a vacuum is pulling it all in. There we go. So this is the biggest kind of farm operation I've ever done. This took a while to do, especially getting all the seeds and stuff like that. This was a big build. This entire base. This is kind of like the most aesthetically, I don't know. This is the most thought I've ever put into how a base looked, and it's still not very good in my mind. Like, I would like to put a roof on this, but I have no idea what I want it to look like and kind of what would go with this and stuff like that. But whatever, you know, it works. In here I have 2 max size tree farms. This was gonna feed the saplings in for my biofuel production, but these they're off right now because they take a ton of power. As you can see, there's just an absolute massive amount of trees in here, as you can see, and then there are 4 harvesters on each one, so there's one on each side. So these go amazingly quickly. I wish I could turn them on right now, but I don't think I have. Yeah, I don't have the power turned on for it, but they are just crazy. Over here, this was going to be, what was this going to be? Yeah, this was tanks and stuff like that around the edge. Up here, that biofuel production that I had, those 2 kind of vertical slabs of machines that was near my boilers, those were going to be in here on the top. And then in here I was going to have capacitor banks. So I was going to have a 6 billion and a 6 billion RF storage capacitor bank for a total of 12 billion. And then over here I was going to have a big reactor on each side that was pushing down through the floor. And then on the floor again, horizontally, I was going to have turbines that were, these were the big reactors were going to be actively cooled, and I was going to have turbines running off of the steam that they produced. Over here, I don't even know what I was going to do over here. This, I'm pretty sure I was going to do maybe a mob farm? I'm not sure. It's been that long since I played on the server. But that's kind of it for my first ever server play. This is the first time I've actually spent a considerable amount of time on a server, and it was a lot of fun. I wish if we had more money we could upgrade it, but we just don't have the funding right now because we're running an 8 GB server, and it's getting pretty expensive, and I was still maxing it out, so I guess I'll still play single player, and when Minecraft finally gets multi-threaded and wonder like that in 1.8, I will hopefully do a server play that you guys can watch, and it will be awesome. So thanks. This was probably kind of like a boring video, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys around because I played on this pretty much from August of 2014 to about beginning of December 2014. It was kind of off and on for a while, but yeah, I put a lot of time into this server, so I just want to show you guys. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.